All right, how's the music? I know it's pretty quiet right now. It'll get louder here in a minute. All right, let's just start by tapping our toes. Four, three, heels up, right then left, right and left. All right, let's tap those heels forwards. Eight, seven, four, three, tap it to the side. We're going to open and close. Eight, seven, good, four, three, take it to the back. We're going to drive the elbows back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. 8, 7, 4, 3, knees up. We're going to reach for the sky. So start to wake up those shoulders, waking up those hips. Think about lifting from the center of your thigh. Penguins, side leg lift, triceps. Think about kind of opening and closing those fingers. You're throwing something behind you. Good, 4, 3, hamstring curls, reach and pull. Again, let's add that open and close of our fingers. Don't forget about those thumbs. 4, 3, wood chops, high right in the center. I can't talk today. I'm still half asleep, just so you know. 4, 3, 2, good, high right, low left, high to low. Today might not be a good day for multitasking for me. 4, 3, 2, good, low right, high left. So just switching sides. So nice, good torso rotation. 4, 3, 2. All right, we're gonna squat. So little quick squats right in the center, pushing those hips back. Chest stays lifted. We're gonna squat and hover. 2. All right, we're gonna slow it down. Down, 2, up, 2. Think about your knee position. You wanna have that knee tracking over your second toe. One more. Forward step and reach. Forward and back. Nice, good weight shift. You can start to roll through the ball of the foot and the big toe if you would like. Let's add that turn. So forward step and turn. Good, 4, 3, 2, good. Side step and reach, out and in. Toes stay pointing forward, sitting back into our hips. Good, backward step, open and close at your chest. Shoulders relaxed. 3, 2, let's take the arms up overhead. Nice, good reach. Good, 4, 3, 2. All right, we're gonna jog it out right here. So nice, easy jog, high knee marching, whatever feels better. Four, 3, jumping jacks out and in. So tapping, stepping, or full jacks. 8, 7, 4, 3, hamstring curls, option 1. Add a nice good reach and pull. Make them big. Option 2. Nice good jog. 4, 3, skater, side, side, side step. Little tap, little cross. 4, 3, 2. Good, let's march it out. Grab a drink of water. I'm excited, I remembered mine today. All right, so today, is that right? 3, 6, 9? Yeah. All right, the speaker's gonna drive me insane today. I swear. All right, fingers crossed, it stops a little bit. All right, so we have 3 exercises, 30 seconds work, 10 seconds rest, 3 rounds today, 3 rounds today. So we're going to do a stationary lunge, curl to press, right, then left, and then just bicep curls. So grab a weight you feel comfortable going overhead with, or you can stick with the biceps. You'll get a lot of biceps today, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. So, stationary lunge. Yes, you can add stepping if you'd like, but this is a good balance challenge. We're just going to drop down, bring it up, reach for the sky. 30 seconds, your time is on. So down, reach for the sky. If you need to just lunge and bicep curl, that's okay too. But adding it in, so we're doing a little pick up the item, reach for the sky. So think about your position and how your body feels. We don't want to let that knee knock in or go out too far, and we don't want to push it forwards either. You shouldn't feel a lot of pressure on the front of the knee. Good, let's switch. So I'm going to turn a little bit just so you can see. Nice, good position. Down and up, reach for the sky. If you need to, you can always do a single leg squat instead, so you can give a little rest to your feet, yes? Yeah, so that's an option. Just trying to get in a little single leg work here. So down and up, nice and tall, like you're trying to bring that back knee towards the floor. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, just bicep curls. Just bicep curls. So I was doing palms in. I'm gonna switch to palms forwards. 2, 1, good. I'm gonna alternate. You're welcome to do both at the same time. Another option is you can add in a balance beam stance, a single leg stance. A lot of different options for you. But just nice, good bicep curls. This is slow and steady. Trying not to let that arm pop forwards. We don't want the weight to go over our shoulder. We want to keep it close to our body. Good. All right, let's go back to our lunge with a curl. Remember, we have 3 rounds of this one instead of our normal 2. Good, nice and tall. So down, up, reach for the sky. Sometimes having a bigger step back actually makes it a little easier for you to keep your knee in a good position. So don't be afraid to have that foot a little farther back. You can also have a hand on a chair. Yes, that is an option. 5 seconds to go. Good, let's switch sides. So remember, don't be afraid to take a little bit of a bigger step back and think that you want to be on railroad tracks versus a balance beam. So down, up, and reach. We don't want to have that foot directly in line with the other one. That's going to make it harder to keep our balance. Okay, now we're getting some upbeat music going. I always know this one from our cardio kickboxing class. Good, nice and tall. Weight is in the heel in the front. Foot stays flat, but don't want to feel pressure in your toes. Good, just bicep curls. So I'm adding a little change this round as well. I'm going to do a rotating curl. So I start palm in, rotate out to the side. So this way we're kind of hitting all of the accessory muscles around your elbow. So it's not just going to be your biceps. We're also going to get the ones on the outside edge of that elbow. Good, 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good, all right, last time. Last time. Remember, lunges or single leg squats are okay too. Nice, good step back. Good, time's on. So down, pick something up, pass it to the person that's up ahead of you. So we are getting a little stretching of the front of the leg and a little stretch of the bottom of that foot. A lot of times if you're struggling with your lunges, check your foot. If your back foot is turned out, that's not a good position to be in, right? And I know sometimes you have toe issues, but you want to have them pointing forwards. Good, switch sides. Good, nice, good step back. So just take a good step back with that foot, down and up. So nice and tall, good reach. Pain-free range of motion, you can stop halfway up if that's where your pain starts. Stop before you get there. Good, 10 seconds to go. Last round, just bicep curls. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, all right, bicep curls. I'm going with a lighter weight and going for a reverse curl. These ones are a little tricky. Good, so these ones are a little tricky to do. You want to make sure that we're not sticking our elbows out and just whacking those hands back there. So this is going to depend on your range of motion in your elbow, in your forearm. But imagine you're showing a scorecard. You're showing me your palms. So a little rotation. It's okay if your range of motion is a little smaller, a little different. Good. All right, set it down. Grab a quick drink of water. We're going to move on to our next round. So we have squats with a glute lift. Option to add in some punches. We have rows and we have tricep kickbacks. So 3 rounds, feet about hip width apart. We're gonna squat, lift, squat, lift. Your time is on. If you would like, you can go down, add a punch or a reach. So chest is lifted. Make sure when we set that foot down that we're not just doing a squat and then just kicking it back there. Think about where you picked it up. Think about where you're putting it back down. Imagine you've got X's on the floor and you're putting that foot back down right on that X. Nice, good squeeze. Good, bring it up. All right, we have rows. Rows and rows, just basics. I'm gonna play with my hand positions a little bit today. Good, so our time is on. So just a nice good row. This round, I'm doing palms facing in. Chest is lifted. If we collapse and we think, oh, I'm protecting my back, we're really not. So nice and tall, belly is tight, squeeze the glutes, hinge at your hips, and then drive those elbows back and squeeze the shoulder blades together. 3, 2, and 1. Good, short rest, tricep kickbacks. Adjust your weights if you need to. 3, 2, 1. Good, finish position for rows. And we're kicking that arm back. Yes, you can be a little more upright. You don't have to be super folded forwards, but you don't want to get that arm so high that your elbow is pointing back behind you, because then you're going to pop that shoulder forwards, and we don't want that. We want it down and back. 10 seconds to go, and then we're going to repeat. Foot position is up to you. You can do this sitting if that's what you need today. Good. Set those weights down. All right. We're gonna add our squat to a glute squeeze. Good. So we squat and we squeeze. If you wanna hold weights, you can. If you wanna squat and add a punch with weights, you can. Light weights. This is not a time to be doing 10 and 15 pounders. I'm doing 3s. So I'm keeping my chest lifted, my shoulder is down, just like I'm doing a chest press. You don't want to let the arms come up and have it drop. Good, let's take it back for our rows. Two, one, good. This round, I'm changing my hand position, doing a palms facing forwards, reverse row, reverse row. Good, still keeping the core tight so I'm not arching and I'm not tucking my tail feathers and making them disappear. So nice good squeeze like you're pulling open a drawer. 5 seconds. 2 and 1. Good, all right. Going for our kickbacks. And same thing, I'm changing my hand position. You stick with what feels good today. Good, time's on. So I'm doing palms forwards. Now if you're a little more upright, make sure that that elbow is back. We don't want it straight down because then we're just gonna do bicep curls again. So that elbow does need to be back a little bit behind you if you're standing a little taller. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, all right. Last time. Squat with a glute lift. You decide if you want weights or not. Good, so nice good squat, nice good kick. You should feel your glutes squeezing when you do that lift. If you put your hands on your glutes, you should feel them get tighter. Even if you got a little fluffy, you should feel it. Core is tight so we don't arch our low back. Height is not the goal, it's the squeeze. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Good, shake it out. Rows. Now I'm gonna go with a light weight and do a high row. If you've got major shoulder issues, this might not be the best one for you. And you need to be forward folded. If this does not feel good to you, or you're like, you know, I'm not quite sure I'm getting this today, stick with another row. We don't want to be upright and hunkered over, pulling our pants up. We want to be folded forwards, and we're driving those elbows back. So if I was standing, I would look like this. Same thing, but forward fold means we're pulling. Last one. Good, bring it up. That forward fold means those dumbbells are lifting against gravity, and that's what we want. Good, so I'm doing a palm facing back kickback. This is an option, but a lot of times what we do is this, okay? That chest has got to stay open. We got to squeeze the shoulder blades back and open that chest so that we're not letting our shoulders round forwards. Again, you can do this. You can do a palm in and then to a palm back. Last one. Good, let's bring it up. Short break, grab a drink, moving on to our next combination. All right, we're gonna do a single leg deadlift, and I want you to have a target, something to reach for. Right, left, and then we have straight arm press backs. If you need to do a kickstand, yes please, all right? Otherwise, find a target. I'm gonna reach for my dumbbell, reach, and bring it up, all right? 30 seconds, your time is on. If you want to, you can do like the warriors that we did. I think it was earlier this week or even last week. Reach forward, have a target. If you're close to a couch or a table, reach for your couch or your table. It doesn't have to be down. You just want a nice good reach, nice and tall. You can do a reach for the floor. I've got my dumbbell a few inches ahead of me. I'm gonna reach. 2 and 1. Good, bring it up. Same thing on the other side. You can do a kickstand where you're supported if that's what you need. Good, so nice, good reach. Feet are planted, flat on the floor. Nice and tall. Anybody having trouble with one side and not the other? That seems to be me today. My right leg is like, nope, we're not gonna do this today. Good, push those hips back before you fold. Last one. Good, straight arm press backs. Straight arm press backs. We're going skiing. Good, nice, good forward fold again. Straight arms, skiing. Yes, you can be a little more upright, but again, I want you to tuck those ribs and I want you to tuck those tail feathers just a little bit so that we're nice and tall and we're not arching our low back. It's hard to tell on this shirt for me because it's a little loose, but my abs are actually back here. So nice, good straight arm reach. The forward fold just gives you a bigger range of motion. Last one. Good. All right, single leg deadlift again. If you would like to add a weight, you can. But a lot of this is just balance. Good, so foot's flat, forward fold, and reach. Good, nice and tall, take your time. If you're finding that you're really, really wobbly, some of it may be a little balance, little strength, but some of it might just be you've got a little bit of looseness in your core, so you're not holding your core as tight as you would like. Good, last one. So really think you want to be pretty stiff when you do these. Good, time's on. So nice, good forward fold. Or you may just be trying to go a little farther than you normally do, which is not a bad thing. But again, if you're only getting 1 or 2 deadlifts out of 30, you might need to drop it back just a little bit. But think about planting that foot, feeling the triangle that your foot makes on the floor, stabilizing that core. Good, bring it up. All right, straight arm press backs, round 2. So this one doesn't have to be a super heavy weight. Good, your time is on. So nice and tall, reaching long. So reach where the wall and the floor meet. So we don't want to go super high and swing our body and do swings or pop that shoulder forwards. Nice and long. We're actually working the muscles right in here. There's a muscle that's under our armpit that comes down to the lower part of our back. It's a nice good reach. 2 and 1. All right, last round. So remember, have a foot on the ground if you need it. There's nothing wrong with that. Good, time's on. So this is my kickstand deadlift. This is my kickstand. So this foot is just supporting. Yes? And I'm still taking my pelvis and rotating my pelvis over the head of my femur. I push my hips back and then I rotate the pelvis. So I don't go from our belly, I go from my pelvis. So if you put your hands on your hips and you rock it forwards, and you should feel like you're doing a squish. Last one. You should feel like you're squishing your fingers right in the crease of your hips. Good, so kickstand, good. Push the hips back, then bow and come back up again. This is a good way to practice it. Good, so nice, good rotation. Another good way to practice this is to take those hands back behind you, squeeze your shoulder blades back and down. And sometimes that helps you keep that chest lifted. 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, straight arm press backs. Last time. Adjust your weights as necessary. And yes, we can do one arm and then the other. Good. So you can do right and then left. But your challenge, a lot of times when we do one arm, is we start to rotate or we start to get some swings in. Work on some core stability by not rotating. And again, if you need to do both at the same time, or adjust your weights, or stand taller, feel free. So we just practiced rotating our pelvis over the head of our femur. That's what we're doing here too. Just a little push back of those hips. Last one. Good. Let's go ahead and bring it up. Grab a quick drink. Give yourself room to move side to side. So we're going to be doing alternating side lunges, wall push-ups, regular push-ups, band chest press, whatever you got, and then side raises for our shoulders. If you would like to add a weight for your side lunges, you can. So in 3, 2, and 1. Good. So side lunges, option 1, right here. Our feet stay glued to the floor, just like when we do our stretches. So if you do cardio kickboxing at the end, this is one of the stretches we do. It's a similar motion. If you're having stability issues today, right here, keep the feet planted. Don't worry about trying to add stepping. You want to get a straight leg as you push the hip back and sit into a chair. Good. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Wall push-ups, regular push-ups, banded chest press if you got it. All right. I'm going to go down to the floor. Your time is on. So 30 seconds. So my trick that I've been working on lately, and I have to figure out how this is working better, is I have been using a weight. So if you've ever seen those handlebars, those short ones, that's kind of what I'm doing. And for some reason, it's working better for me. Good, let's go ahead and bring it up carefully. Grab weights for side raises. I'm guessing it keeps my shoulders in a better position. Good, side raises. You pick what feels good for you. So I'm doing a little bit of a different technique. I have a little forward fold, and I'm kind of doing a little arm flap. So my hands are actually a little ahead of my elbows. You can stay upright, palms facing forwards. Hug a bear, yes? But our arms are coming pretty much out to the side. That's what we're going for. 2, and 1. Good. All right, set it down. Side lunges. If you want to add a weight, you can. If you want to add stepping, you can do that too. Good. Time's on. So I'm adding some stepping. And I'm just going to grab a weight because it was in my way. Now I'm going to add a little reach. Like I want to put the weight on the floor and I changed my mind. So push the hips back. We don't want to step and push those knees out. We want to sit. But we're working a little outer glute. Good. All right, let's bring it up. Wall push-up, banded chest press. All right, time's on. So I grabbed my band, banded chest press. I like this one. I usually do palms under. Feels better for me. I do palms or elbows in, palms under, shoulders away from the ears no matter what you pick. So push-ups, chest presses, you got to get those shoulders down, or we're going to start relying on the shoulders to do the work. We want the chest to do the work. Good. All right. Lateral raises, side raises. Good. Time's on. So just a nice good side raise. So your arms don't have to be out perfectly straight. If they're out this way, you want to have them pretty straight, but it's what feels good for your shoulders. So for me, this is feeling pretty good. So I'm getting a little bit of the back of my shoulder, but really hitting the middle part. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, last time, adding in those wonderful side lunges. Good, time's on. So option, you can add the weight. You can hold the weight at your chest, as you sit back. So nice and tall. You can hold 2 weights at your shoulders. That will definitely keep your chest lifted and engage your core a little bit more. We don't want to bend over. We want to sit. Good. 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Wall push-ups, banded chest press, whatever you want to do. Floor push-ups are okay too. Good. Shoulders down and back, core is tight. Nice, good reach. Good. So I do elbows in. You can do elbows out a little bit, but not parallel to your shoulders. So your elbows are always lower than the shoulders when you do these. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, side raises. So pick your hand position, shoulders in your back pocket. Good. Time's on. Again, parallel to the floor is as high as you need to go. We don't want to bring the arm up like we're trying to backhand somebody. And we don't necessarily want to pull up our pants either. Some people can do that exercise. I'm not able to. So we want to think, just flap our wings out to the side. 10 seconds, or think about pouring the milk jug. You're trying to be all fancy. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Set it down, grab a drink. All right, we've got one more round. Option, down on the floor. We might just do 2 rounds, we'll see. So heading down to the floor, we're gonna do a little low back extension. I'll have an option for you. We're gonna do mountain climbers, and then we're gonna do some prone arm lifts. So heading down to the floor, if you are staying upright, you're going to do a little forward push back. You're looking down at the floor as much as you can, and you're gonna reach and pull. You're gonna reach and pull, all right? Mountain climbers, you can do standing mummies, and the prone arm lifts are gonna be the same thing, where you're just doing a forward fold. Yes, you can be sitting in a chair, and that's okay, and we're good. So let's take it down to the floor. So we're going to do, now you can always just do a bird dog if this isn't comfortable for you, but we're just gonna squeeze our glutes. I'm gonna think about lifting my thighs off of the floor by tucking my toes under, squeezing my glutes. We're gonna lift and we're gonna lower. You have 30 seconds and your time is on. Now, option, you lift, you reach out, you pull back, and you go down again. So you add in a little Superman arm, bring it back in, and take it down. You can also hold it up and do your Superman arms. It's okay if your Superman is kind of tiny. The farther out your arms go, the harder this is going to be. You can even do 1 and then the other. 2 and 1. Good. All right, mountain climbers, you can do dead bugs if you don't have a problem flipping over onto your back. Otherwise, knees or toes. Good, your time is on. So if you're on your knees, you're just gonna take your knee to your elbow on the same side. If you're on your toes, you're gonna bring it right in the center. If you would like, you can bring your knee to your opposite elbow as well. 8 seconds. If you're standing, you can do your mummy kicks. 3, 2, 1. Good. Back onto our tummies. This time our body stays right where it is. Arms can be out by your side. So 90 degrees. We lift and then we lower. We lift and we lower. If you want to make this harder, you take your hands out. You turn at the shoulder so that your thumbs point towards the ceiling. We lift and we lower. And again, your body stays glued to the floor. Your arms are the only thing that's lifting. Again, the farther out your arms go, Last one. Good. The farther out your arms go, the harder this is. So staying down, we're getting ready to go for our Superwomans. Good. So we're gonna squeeze. We lift and we lower. You have the option to lift, reach, and bring it back down. I do not want to see lifting. I want you to lift and hold. I want you to lift and hold it for that second before you release. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Mountain climbers or dead bugs. Good. Your time is on. So you can be on your knees, and again, your elbow and your knee just get closer together. We hold a good plank position. Shoulders are over your wrists. Yes, you can do this on your elbows. It's a little trickier, but you can do it. Or on your toes, bring those knees in. This is hard on your hands. Roll up your mat and put it under the heel of your palms. 2 and 1. Good. Bring it down. All right, going back for our raises. Now an option. If you're tired of being on the floor, you take your arms out. You sit your butt on your heels. You lift and you lower. But you have to make sure that we don't drop our chin just to get our arms up there. We lift. You should feel the muscles on the back of your shoulder. For most of us, this should be a very challenging exercise. You should not be getting your arms very high off the floor. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Short rest. See the time. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and call it. So just 2 rounds for that one. So find a relaxing position. You can grab a drink. Just be careful going from floor to standing, like always. Give yourself a little room to go into a little stretching. So who's doing New Year's bingo? Raise your hands. Is anybody doing New Year's bingo? How are you doing? Thumbs up, thumbs down, kind of in the middle. All right, let's just take that right foot out, bring the other foot in, little turn, and we reach. I'm doing really good with the workout stuff. The rest of it, yeah, maybe not so much. Good, nice, good stretch. And if you want to, you can be sitting as you do this, you can be standing as you do this. Good, let's bring it up. We're gonna take this leg and we're gonna cross it over, and we're just gonna hug that knee. And if you're sitting, same thing, you just cross, have this foot flat on the floor, you just cross and you just hug that knee. So you should hopefully feel a stretch, kind of side glute. Good, other side. So take the leg out, nice and tall, little bit of a turn, and then we just reach. All right, good. Let's bring it up. We're going to take this leg and we're going to cross it over to the other side. And then we're going to either just hold it or basket weave. And we're going to sit tall as we pull this knee towards the opposite shoulder. If we hunker, we're not necessarily going to feel the stretch. So try to sit nice and tall, shoulders back. Good. Let's go ahead and bring the feet into our froggy position. And again, try to sit nice and tall. Sit on those ischial tuberosities. We're going to take our feet and pull them in a little bit. I'm going to take mine out a little bit. Just get a nice, good inner thigh stretch. All right, good. So we're going to come over onto hands and knees. So we're going to take this right leg out to the side. You want to try to have your toe kind of in line with your knee, so we don't want to have it way in front or way in back. Just kind of in line. We're going to walk this foot out, but this hip stays over. We're just going to rock back, and then we're going to rock forwards. So you'll notice I'm not dropping my head or my chest towards the floor or rounding my back. I'm just working on trying to stretch that inner thigh a little bit. Good. We're going to sit back. Whatever leg is out, the opposite hand is going to reach under for thread the needle, and we're going to reach that hand towards that foot. Good. Let's release, and we're going to do the other side. So we're just going to take that foot out. If you can get the foot flat, great. If you can't, it's all right. And we're going to sit back and then rock forward. So we're staying nice and tall. Think about a frog. If you ever see a frog and they're kind of crouched down getting ready to jump, their head is still above their hips. Good. Let's go ahead and sit back. And again, take the opposite hand, reach under, thread the needle. And we're going to reach for that foot. Drop our shoulder down, little torso rotation. Hear what the ground is saying. Good. Let's go ahead and bring it up. We're going to come in and we're going to carefully come to a half kneeling position. So we're going to tuck our tail feathers. We're going to squeeze our glutes, little push forwards, and we're just going to reach. Good. And let's switch, going to the other side. So a nice good tuck, nice good squeeze. We're going to push that knee forwards just a little bit, and then we're going to reach for the sky. So you should feel a deeper stretch in the hip, but you should not feel any pressure in our low back. Good. All right. Sitting, standing, kneeling. I'm going to stay kneeling because I'm not ready to come up yet today. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Tummy is tight. And then start to reach the arms back. Good. And we're going to relax. We're going to take our ear to our shoulder, and we're going to turn and look at our armpit, and we're going to nod our head yes. Good. Roll the chin to the chest. Lift the chin like we're looking up at the sky. Look forwards. Other side, ear to shoulder. Turn and look at your armpit. Nod your head yes. Good. Roll the chin to the chest. And again, lift the chin, looking up towards the sky. Look forwards, big breaths in, and out, and in, and out. All right, all done.